I was
Okay, everybody, we are recording and we'll drop the recording for everybody. Rising Stars, here we're coming into our fourth week. Can you believe it that we've been hanging out for 4 weeks?
That's
Wow.
really cool. Is
I know.
everybody on here gonna be at Fling?
I
I
think
will.
so. Hmm.
Nice. So we should maybe, I don't know, maybe Melissa and I'll talk later, but I was just thinking, I think everybody in my Rising Stars, but one person, two people can go. One is a teacher and can't get away, and the other one, she runs their vet office, and so she's got to stay. But that would be kind of fun if we could do lunch or dinner or like something. That would be kind of cool. Anyway,
Yeah, that'd be really fun.
Yeah, that'd be great. We are going to have, out of my Rising Star group, the same as you, I have two that can't go that I know of. So, but yeah,
that's
so that'd be
cool.
great.
Yeah, that would be really cool. So Melissa, I think you're starting it. I'm going to
Yes.
go to the notes that you sent me so that I stay on track.
Yeah, I know. I get that too. So you guys know, we don't always show up to these with knowing exactly what to do. Sometimes we wing it, but you get used to talking to people and you get used to winging it sometimes, and then everybody thinks you're not winging it. So
We
just
do
keep
have a
going.
little bit of an agenda. We've got it like all out here. Little bit, little bit.
But remember, y'all are our beta group. We've never really done something like this, and I do feel like it's been going good. When we finish up this next week, we'd like to, at least with my group, I'd like to kind of take some polls and kind of get some feedback. So if you guys have any feedback that you'd want to give us, Andrew, can you drop me those notes because I'm not showing up on my iPad?
Yeah, you sent them to me through text.
Okay.
But I will. Do you want me to do them in Messenger?
Yeah, that'd be better. Sometimes my phone doesn't want to load the text messages to the iPad.
Well, let's just I'll start and then you can do the next part. So we're going to
Okay.
start off with just talking about how things have been going so far. Any kind of wins that you want to celebrate real quick. We're not going to necessarily have time for everybody to share, unfortunately, just because we're trying to be succinct with our time. But if there was something that happened this week because you were using the success planner, the IPA tracker, um, your mindset shifted sometime through this month, anything like that, because of the Rising Stars group. That's what I think would be really great to hear real quickly. Anything at all that you would say, I would attribute it to us being together, having these resources, power hour, whatever it is. What would you guys say is something that has like happened for you this month?
It's helped me be with more consistent with my videos and things like that. And I actually have had 3 people reach out to me because of the videos I've done this week. I mean, I haven't closed the deal completely on all of them, but I'm working because I'm so close. But yeah,
That's
they've been
awesome.
people that have been watching for a long time, but they finally this made them pull the trigger. So
That is great. And when you say videos, do you mean lives? Do you mean stories?
lives, the lives I've
Yes.
been doing this week.
Awesome. Who else? Edwina, I saw your head like nodding.
Yeah, the consistency. And although I haven't done as many lives, but I've posted more of my stories. But people that have been watching for a long time are talking to me now. They're sending me messages. We've been talking, haven't I've got some I'm waiting to close the deal on, and not all of my people I'm talking to are on Facebook, but they have their friends that are on Facebook that have told them. And so I'm getting those people outside of Facebook, those in my age group that, we're in the mid 60s, and we're not all on social media. So mine's more outside of social media. And that's been pretty cool. I've got one that she's going to Las Vegas this weekend. She's going to get with me next weekend, and she may even actually come in as a partner. And I've been talking to her for 6 years. had one sign up that has been watching me for 8 years. Even when I took my break and I quit and have come back, this is her third time with Singular. And she said that she knew that I was coaching the people because she had seen that. And so she had chose me to come back with, and we went to school together.
That's
So,
awesome.
so
What a great
if they're not
celebration.
here, yes, if they're not here, 8 years, she's been watching 8 years.
Do you guys hear that? 8 years.
And she never commented and she never clicked like on anything. I did not know she was watching me.
So it just shows you never know who's watching. You never know what's going on behind the scenes. Like you just don't know. And just think, I'm going to say it to you guys like I said it to somebody else. Just think if you stop showing up. Just think what would have not happened if you would have stopped showing up. And then think about what possibly can happen because you are showing up, right? You just don't know. One more quick thing, anything that's happened because specifically the things that Melissa and I are trying to do with you guys or that you're doing for yourselves.
I think the daily trackers are helping big time.
Okay. Anybody else? Somebody else want to share? Regina?
That's what I was going to say. I was going to say that IPA and the daily tracker. And then today I printed off the other sheet today and working on my list. I haven't done a list in 2 years and I'm working on a list. So I'm going to get that done and get connected back with those that I was connected with to begin with before I lost my Facebook.
Nice. Okay. So what you're talking about is the next step beyond the success planner. It's where you're setting your goals. And we honestly could have even started our group with that just because you guys aren't newbies, right? You've been doing this for a while. So that might be something that Melissa and I can look at like the order of based on, where you are. But we just wanted to go through it like we were trying with a new person just to see how it would go. Well, I just wanted to hear that from you guys because sometimes, we're not sure how it's going or if you're using the tools because we're not seeing necessarily them shared in our chats. So we don't know, are the tools being used? Are they being effective? Is it helping you? So instead of being like your mamas and your bosses, which we're not, we just thought we would ask you guys if some of those tools have been helping so far and what they've done for you. But the next part is just to remember that if you work your business like a business, it's going to pay you like a business. But if you work it like a hobby, it's going to pay you like a hobby. And something Melissa and I both talked about in multiple different conversations this week for ourselves is whatever you've done for 3 previous months, you see this month. And like Edwina said, it's been even longer, but the lives, Melissa got people reaching out. Regina, you're talking to some old friends, like these are things that happen not because of what you've just done this month, but what you did leading up to it. But then this month you've been consistent. And that consistency is where it takes you to the next level so that you can see those enrollments, so you can hit your goals. So has anybody hit their goals this month so far? Because I try to hit my goal by the 25th of the month. That is always my goal, is I want to hit it by the 25th so that anything after the 25th is the icing on the cake. That's like the bonus. That's going to be the push to get me closer to the next month. And that's why I say the 25th. Has anybody hit what they thought their goal would be for this month already?
I had 2 signups. I was just shooting for one and I was hoping for a partner, which I have not gotten. But I did get 2 big signups.
All right. That's awesome. Good job hitting your goal. So now everything from here on is bonus. Has anybody seen their volume goal grow even if you didn't hit your bonus or hit your goal? Has the
Yes.
volume grown?
Yep.
Awesome. Do you see that volume eking closer to where you want it to be?
Yes.
Perfect. That's all you can ask for, right? Is that you're seeing that growth and that you stay consistent. The biggest challenge, I'm going to be super transparent with you guys, is for me is printing those sheets off and having a sheet for every month. And it's almost like in your weight loss. Do you guys remember being told if you tracked your food and planned it the day before, you'd have more success the following day with hitting your goals with your weight loss and your health? How many of you have a job where you have to know what you're doing by the time you are done so that tomorrow morning when you get to work, you know what's your list? Who has had a job or has one currently like that? Okay, so I used the JOB word, right? So if you work your business like it's your business, you're running it, because eventually you're going to start to get to delegate things to other people, right? If you do that and you plan it out the night before, even if it's an outline, these are my big buckets. These are the big chunks of time that I have to go work my plan tomorrow. Then you'll have a better chance. Life still happens, but we'll have a better chance of hitting those and being able to check it off. The only thing, you guys, and this is what Melissa's going to talk about next, is that we don't want it to be just that, only a checklist. It's a checklist in that it's a guide to help us what to do, but we need to think about what really goes into that work so that it's meaningful and makes an impact on the growth of your business, right? So that's kind of where Melissa is going to jump in. She's going to talk about the power hour because I myself am not familiar with that. And I know her and her team did it. And so that's what we're going to do next.
Okay. So, how many of you guys got to do the power hour with me the other day? At least 3, I think. Sabrina, Edwina, was kind of on it. Deanna. Okay. And then Melissa and I have kind of done it a little bit on our own. But basically what I really want you guys to understand, so power hours are something actually that most people in sales use to focus on reaching out and doing activities that are going to bring in new business. The truth is, if you have no leads, you have no business. So we've got to get you to to thinking that way. I've got to get leads. I've got to get leads. I've got to get leads, right? And well, in this business, what are leads? Leads are people that are interested in the product or the business, or people you think would be good with using the product or the business, right? And so during the power hour and you're working on your daily activities, that is a focused time where you turn off all the other distractions and you come to just work on your connections and your reach outs. And so a lot of times when we sit down to do that work, if you will focus on it, you will find people that you'll get into conversations with, and you'll be able to go back and then develop those conversations into sales. And so during the power hour, I am going to offer 2 power hours, and we're going to keep this going into April. And you guys can be welcome to plug into them. But and they will be recorded, but I also want you to get in the habit of doing your own power hour on the time that works for you. But I'm going to offer them on Wednesdays and Thursdays from 1:30 to 2:30 Central. On Wednesdays, we might start a little sooner because it's we'll do it right after Robin's training. Sometimes her training is over at 1, or sometimes it's over at 12:30. So whenever her training's over, I want to jump on and do a power hour. Okay. And what we'll be working on is the IPA list, or those income producing activities. And so the first time that we got on and we worked through, and we talked a lot more about posting, and we talked about what do those posts look like, and how do you talk to your people, and what is a target audience. And so, I mean, we probably spent about 15 to 30 minutes on what posts need to look like, but you do have to show up consistently. And you do want to show up in a way that's authentic. So that's one reason why lives are so powerful, but you also have to sometimes have written posts too. And so posting on your social media in an authentic way, that's a big thing. The other thing that we do during the power hours is we try to time block out parts of the hour to actually then reach out to new people. So part of it, you're either you're making your list, right? And you have your list already done, or you're reaching out to new friends, you're adding new people on social media, you're going back and having conversations with the people that you added, you're commenting on posts that they've put up, you're maybe sending a message to them. You're then going through some of the friends you already have on social media, and you're looking for mutual friends that maybe you would know. And I will tell you, some of the best customers I've ever had, some of the best connections I've ever had are mutual friends. Like, I would say they weren't somebody I knew directly, but I knew them through someone, right? And so you need to be doing that. And that's all part of your IPAs. And then we also do things, some things aren't necessarily going to be an income producing activity in that it's not going to produce income that day. Like sending a birthday message. You don't just send a birthday message to send a birthday message. Sometimes people do that just so that they're in Messenger and then people see what there's on the wall. I like you to take the time to look at the people that have birthdays and go and look at, would they be a good person to be on your team, product or business, right? If it's business wise, we know we are now starting people off with launching their social media business, right? So if they have never posted on their social media, they may not be the best candidate for you for a business partner, right? But if they have over 1,000 friends, they post at least weekly. When they do post, they have lots of likes and comments. Those are good candidates for you for business partners. And if you're sending a birthday message to them, you're starting a conversation with them, opening that door, but then you need to add them to your list so that you can, in a few days, go back and comment on other things, right? And then have that conversation and open that door up for, ideally, for you to have a lead for your business. And then we spend some time inviting to the testimonial pages and sending follow-up messages for that. We spend some time going back through and following up with customers, people that are already on the product and having a conversation with them. Sometimes we'll spend some time going back through and looking at the upcoming subscription. I will tell you something that's worked really well for me, and I've done this for a long time, is I send a voice recording at the beginning of the month. And I don't say, hey, Edwin, I don't use the first name, but I just say, hey there, just checking in with you. Hope all is going well. Thank you so much for your business. I love that you're on a subscription. Just a quick reminder that this month our special is spring. You get 10% off if you just order regularly, not on your subscription. So I just wanted to pop in here and tell you, thank you so much. Hope all is going well. Let me know if you need anything from me. If you're interested in our newest product, the GLPX, and you want some tips on using it, let me know. If you want to be a part of our challenges that we have coming up, we always have fun competitions going on. So let me know and I'll get you details. I sent something, it's kind of general, but it's also kind of it's a voice recording. And so I forward those to all my upcoming subscriptions throughout the month. So just little things like that can kind of help you, but those are the things that we spend time doing. And truthfully, if you will show up and do a power hour for yourself with those types of activities and you're focused, and I would say probably 3 to 5 times a week, you're going to see your needle move big time. So do you guys have any questions around the power hour or any suggestions? And if anyone that has participated in the power hours would want to unmute and share an experience or kind of an aha from that would be great.
That's what I
Some
like
of
to do.
my problem are Wednesdays are really hard for me for power hours because I have my grandsons. So I'll have to try to plug in on Thursdays.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
And I will tell you, it's taken some time for me to remember, oh yeah, I've got these power hours. I don't want to schedule something else to do during those times. But that's also why you can create your own power hour. Like tell your family members, hey, I've got I'm closing the door to the bedroom and I'm going to work for an hour straight. You watch the movie without me, or, thanks babe for doing the dishes. I don't know.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Now I have 2 things I want to ask real quick. Can we create because I see a lot of teams doing it and I like it. And I think even Andrea does this quite a bit. doing like a challenge, an 8-day challenge or a whatever 25-day challenge to kind of help customers, or prospects, want to join in on the challenge, to lose whatever amount of pounds in that, certain amount of days. I think it's kind of a cool idea, and it'd be kind of fun to do it as a team to create something like that.
Yeah, no, I think that would be a great idea for us to do something like that. We could talk about doing that. I would say if we put our heads together, maybe at conference, and then come back with a plan after that, that would be good. We've done those before, and we've run them in events, or we've run them in separate groups. You don't want to put them into your like testimonial pages or anything like that. So
No.
yeah, but yeah, I think that would be great. We could even probably get a format from Andra because she's doing one right now.
Yeah.
How's it going?
Who did get to go to the Power Hour, and how did it help you? I would love to know, because I think it's great to hear from you guys. Deanna?
I did, I think I did both of them. It just got me going. Like, I don't think that, I mean, I was getting out my list every day, but I wasn't like getting focused. I guess I just feel like I'm just now getting going. So I know we've been on this group for a while, but I'm just now getting going. And this has helped me so much. And so these are the things that we're working on. But when you sit down to do a power hour and you're just powering through each section, it really has helped me. So
do you feel like now that you've done it a couple times, not saying that you would do this right away, but you feel like if you had that experience repeatedly, that it will be then easier for you to say, I've set my office hour, I am sitting down, I'm working on this for 1 hour uninterrupted, and like kind of inform your family, I need my hour, no interruptions, nobody's bothering me, and you could then get that much done.
yep, exactly.
Did you get through what you felt like was, sorry, I have something in my eye. Did you feel like you got through a good portion of what was there, or did you feel like you needed more time? Like, or did it give you an idea of how much things take for your time too?
It gave me a big realization that I wasn't spending near enough time on what I need to do if I want to get, because I want to, for me, I want that whole piece of paper full.
But what does that piece of paper mean to you then? Like, what is it going to represent if it's full?
That I'm touching on a wide variety of things to make my business more well-rounded, and that I'm not just lacking in one area. If that
Yeah,
makes
I
sense.
feel the same way. I feel like I could look at it and I'm like, okay, I did really great with my customers today. So tomorrow I got to really get my prospects. And I do the same thing. I feel like the pendulum is going back and forth, between those things. Not to say that that's bad, right? Sometimes we can have
Right.
like customer days and prospect days, but if you can touch a prospect and get in the DMs, I was just reading something from Melanie Mitro. She did a Instagram post and talked about like if she was growing her business in 2024, and it said right on there, spend majority of the time in the DMs creating relationships with women that I want to attract to me, that I believe would also be great for my business. I was like, she knows what she wants to do, that it's being in the DMs, So I was just curious how that helped. It sounds like from what you're saying, if we could continue the work that we're doing for another month, that would really help you to create those habits that you're trying to create.
Yeah. And the momentum that I have been lacking over the last couple of years is just, I mean, I can just feel myself ready to, I just feel like I'm climbing up the hill, and then I'm just going to be, it's going to feed off of all the things that I'm doing.
Cool. Thanks for sharing. I was just curious because I didn't get to participate, and I wondered. I know for my team, everybody works during the day or is looking for work right now. Anyway, so So I would say if you guys are available, when you can do it during the daytime with Melissa, do that. And I'm gonna look at her schedule and see if I can also join so I can see and feel what it is to duplicate it. Because I am learning from Melissa too. And then I'll try to do one in the evening. And then the same thing, you guys could join in with me on the evening. So that way you guys have some variety. What do we got next, Melissa? Oh, daily work. Segue right into Facebook events.
Yes. Okay.
Look at that.
So, as you guys know, part of our onboarding strategy, and you kind of have seen this, and we really want to get this like built into the thought process, because one of the big things that I think we've struggled with within Singular, I mean, I'm going on my 10th year, is people say, okay, I got a new partner and now I don't know what to do with them. Right? So we don't want you to ever have that come out of your mouth again, because we have created our onboarding system and we're just going to keep getting better. But you know, we have our welcome, and in our welcome, we do your welcome email. We set some vision and goals. We talk a little bit about your why, and then we, you know, and ideally you're doing this through a Zoom or a video chat or a phone call with people, right? Then you move into your launch. With the launch, you guys were all on some of those recorded Zooms that we did where we talked about, you know, what to say, and we gave you that welcome to your launch. We give you ideas of what to post. You go out there, you create your posts. You know, most of them, you're going to have anywhere from 5 to 10 posts that are going to kind of segue into what you're doing on social media. And it's going to help open doors for you with people that are potential customers or partners, right? The next thing that we have you do is download your success planner, start doing your IPAs, your daily activities. But those also go along with the goals that the steps that Rudy Revac has said, always build a network marketing business. Set a goal, make a list, have an event, follow up, duplicate, right? Those are your 4 things. But with your event can be as simple as a 3-way call, a video chat, but a lot of times it also should be an in-person event or a Facebook event. So, especially because we're here at the end of the month and we have these great kits that have been offered with our GLPX. GLPX is back on pre-sale. It's going to continue to be on pre-sale even into April, but the kits with the discounts built in and the free spring, that's all ending, right? That's all ending at the end of March. So we want to host a Facebook event for you guys, for all these people you've been having touches with, you've been talking to, you've been inviting places. You can drive them to our event, okay? And Andrew and I were talking about that. Every month, we are trying to do events for you guys and have one event for business, one event for product. The event for business was earlier in the month. Remember when we did the Zoom with Jana Dyer, and then Robin did one right after it? It was an opportunity right after the GLPX pre-launch, right? Well, we are going to do one about product primarily. It will touch a little bit on the business, but it's going to start tomorrow. Okay, so we've created a Facebook event for it. We'll give you guys the link. It's a link to the group, and it's going to be your job to go invite. Okay, it's also going to be your job. We are going to be running it primarily with lives and stories. We will have some posts that go up, but it's going to be Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Okay, Sunday's Easter. I don't know if there'll be a lot of people there, but we want to have most of everything followed up and closed out for you guys Saturday. Okay, so we're going to give you that link. We'll drop it into the Rising Stars group. We can actually probably drop it here too. And we have written a little bit of like an invite verbiage, make it sound like you, but it just says, you know, join us for exclusive Facebook party celebrating the launch of GLPX kits, the game changers in the weight loss industry. Discover how these revolutionary kits are transforming lives, helping even those who've struggled for years to lose weight, being able to lose weight. Don't miss out on this opportunity to learn more, connect with others, and kickstart your journey for a healthier you. RSVP now to be part of the excitement. Here is a link to the group. Okay, so there's kind of a basic invite that you'll send out to people, and we want you to start inviting tonight. So we'll join the group, start inviting tonight. We will have posts
scheduled. We'll have a live scheduled. I think Dean has volunteered to do the very first live tomorrow. It'll be a welcome live. And then we are going to go over the product in these, and we are going to touch on, like, I don't know if you guys know the 10 or I don't even know if it's 10, but all the different ways that we are trying to identify pain points for people, like energy, better sleep, gut health, things like that. We have identified those, and then we're going to help your prospects or your current customers ideally identify products that go along with those to fix their needs, or to fix their problems, their pain points. Okay. So I will tell you that it's really good for you guys to participate in these and watch these, because next month you're going to want to have your own, or you're going to want to help your newest partners have theirs, right? So that will be kind of what we thought would be good for ending out the month. We haven't talked about this, but with it being Easter, I think we could probably do a few giveaways, Andra, for people too, for participating. And
I think that's a good idea.
So there's we'll make sure and drop that for you guys to join, and then to start inviting people to that. So the 4 things that Rudy Revak has said, build your business, Sabrina, are set a goal, make a list, have an event, duplicate or follow up. And I will tell you where people lack is the duplication. They don't go back and teach somebody else how to do those things. And if you want to have a business that duplicates, you have to know how to teach someone else to do it. And then they have to know how to teach someone else to do it. So, yep. And an event can be a Facebook event. It could be an in-person event. It could be a 3-way call. It could be anything where you're telling people about the product or the business. But you have to have those often. Okay.
So are you guys seeing are you guys seeing kind of the flow that we've been taking you through, so that you can then go and duplicate that with your next partner, so that you're not having to be like, okay, I have a new partner, what do I do? You literally all say, okay, I'm going to do what I did with Andra to onboard myself. And now I'm going to go do it again with somebody else. I'm going to lean on Andra, Melissa, the group that we, did, so I can make sure I'm, doing that duplication. But that's literally what you're going to do. Because like Melissa said, the last thing we want you guys to do is to feel like you don't know what to do with a new partner. We want you to feel really empowered that you can. So do you have something that we need to look at or see for, I know you were going to work on something for the Purple Party, Melissa. Did you have dates for people to sign up or anything like that? I can't remember.
So I did not finish the outline because I was still working on the board for the party, but I do know tomorrow we've got the first welcome live already booked with Dina. Okay. And I can show you guys the board.
There's so many of us. Do you want more than one live a day, since there's so many of us?
Yes, we will have more than one live a day. I'm gonna start this.
Yeah, Sabrina, I have missed every Founders Club meeting because we always have Tuesday meetings.
Okay. Can you guys see my screen? You see me pulling up my boards?
Yeah, do you see your phone needs to be plugged in? It's gonna die, sister.
Thank you. Okay. Oops, I still have it on my board.
Slide me off of there, would you?
Okay, so here is we'll go ahead and I'm going to send you guys all this information, right? I don't want you just to go throw this up in your stories. I want you to actually send the invitations out to people. Okay. The biggest part of it is going to be a live that we're going to do at 12:30. That's where we're going to go over most of the details and the information. But along the way, there's going to be posts and there's going to be other things in the stories. Okay. So, here is a little bit of the descriptions. And then of course we have the other invitation that we've sent out. And on Wednesday, we have our live welcome. Okay, that will be Dina, and she's not going to just post about GLPX. She's actually going to go live. Then our second post is going to be a poll. Okay, our poll is going to go through the pain points. You want your people voting on the polls. You want them answering those, because then when we come back and do our post, our live in the evening, tomorrow evening, we're going to go actually and see what the results are from the poll. And they're going to go live and share testimonies about the responses on the poll. Okay, so that we can kind of start, because what we're trying to do is we're trying to help you as a newer partner, or even your newer partners, identify what pain points people have and what products go along with those, and help them make some self-discovery on what they need. Okay, Thursday, we actually are going to have 4 different lives, and the testimonies are going to be, I don't have anybody in there yet because we have our list. So if you're able to go live on Thursday, get with me so that we can talk about those. It will be a quick testimony, okay? Then we're going to talk at the end of the day on Thursday just about our 94% success rate. Why do I want to talk about that? Because that's what the kits give people. And remember, we're only taking pre-orders for GLPX, but what we have on sale right now are the GLPX kits. Okay. Then on Friday, we'll have our big live. This is where we're going to go in and actually go over the kits. Okay. And this will be probably me or Andra or someone with a little bit more experience to kind of help you guys with education for your prospects and for your current people. Okay. Then we'll have other details and that we'll put in there. We're not going to drop all these kits. We're going to update it and just have the few kits in there. Okay. And we're not going to just go like this is somebody else's board, but we're going to put in just a few options for people to choose. And then on Saturday, we'll go back in and we'll do a little bit of an overview. And we'll talk a little bit about the business. Okay, what Singular is. And as we wrap up, we're going to go through and see if there's other questions we can answer, right? And then we're going to drive people back to making a decision. Okay, so that's kind of what we have for you so far. You guys have any questions? Oops, you're talking, but I can't hear you. Oops, you're on mute.
I don't, but I got to kind of think through this with you. So that makes sense that I might not, but I'm wondering if somebody else does. I always wonder about things like this whenever I have a leader that tells me we're going to do something. My thinking immediately goes to what's my responsibility? How can I leverage this the best that I can for my business? And what do I need to do to help it hit my goals, which is the whole purpose that we're doing this? Those are the 3 questions that go through my mind. So do you guys have similar questions?
I was already thinking of people to invite. So I'm like, okay, where's the link? So I can start,
And what I heard Melissa say is, and this is how I'm teaching Facebook events as well. And there is a little bit of a finesse because we all understand Facebook jail, right? Because we're not newbies. And we know that if we send out a message with a link and we do more than 20 at a time and we do it really quickly and we don't change their name and we don't sign it with our name, that you can get in Facebook jail really fast, right? So I have a new partner who already put herself in Facebook jail, even though I went through this and told her, send 20, take a break, and send 20 more. So she got herself in Facebook jail. So instead, she went over and did the mass invite to the group, right? Because you can do that like one time and you're golden. But then she's still trying to go send those messages out to all those people because, like Melissa said, you don't want to just click the invite button and hope that they see the invite in their notifications. You actually need to go send them the message with the invite so they understand what you're inviting them to. There's a variety of ways you can do that. We're seasoned. We know we can do a video. right? That we're inviting them to the party, and ask them if they would like to be invited. Or we can do a message. I'd love to invite you. You know, would you like to join? Say yes, and I'll send you the link. Like those little kinds of nuances are going to help you to stay out of Facebook jail, right? Or you can just send it, but then take a break, make sure you've invited them to the party, then send them the message, then go invite the next person, then go send them the message. Okay. That will keep you out of Facebook jail because it'll be like a couple minute process for each like invite. So that helps a little bit. Voice messages, things like that. But that is something that I'm doing with all of my new partners with all of their parties, is teaching them to go send the message as well as click the invite link. The next thing that I would tell you guys that I teach people that is a little bit of a new kind of thing I've learned, and I learned this actually from Bob Heilig and from Jana Dyer, that before the party, you want to go send them another message to remind them that we're having it. And you want to ask the question, can I count on you being there? Because if you can get a commitment, it's almost like an RSVP. And if they say, well, I can't be there, but I will go watch the live, or I'll go watch the replay, then on your list that you're making, hint, hint, you can say they RSVP'd or they didn't, and then you will know that you can go back and send them the replay. So the follow-up after the party is actually where you get the biggest bang for your buck. That's where the closing really happens. It's not the invites, it's the follow-up, the conversation after. And then the next thing I teach them is that when they're sending these messages to them, I'm not in any of those chats, right? And this is a new person. I want you to think like that new person. If you want to leverage that third-party validation, then when they say that they are interested, they're excited, even if you don't do a three-way chat for the whole conversation, you could leverage someone in here to say, I would love to talk to you some more. I'd love to also introduce you to a friend that can share their story with you about blah, 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 if it applies, right? If it's applicable. And please know I say this with every love in my heart. If you are in conversations with people and you're not closing the sale, it just means that you need some help with closing the sale. It's not a bad thing. It just means you're still learning to close the sale. And a three-way chat's not going to guarantee it. A phone call is not going to guarantee it, but it is going to provide more value and more validation that this isn't just you trying to do this, that there is a whole like community, which having more lives in this party like this, and this is why we're doing it together, is going to give more value to the people who are in the party. Along the way, you can always send them the replay of a live as well, because that's another way to get them in messages so they can actually see something. So those are little tips that I've done with my Facebook parties to help people secure their quick starts. Their quick starts have not necessarily happened on the day of the party, like the live portion. They've happened like a week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks later. So when you hear somebody say, I'm getting quick starts with Facebook parties, please don't misunderstand. It's not like everybody's just clicking a link and saying, I want it, I want it, I want it. There's still a lot of dialogue that's happening afterwards.
100% agree.
There's still some work.
And that's also part of the just, showing up, just like Andrew said at the very beginning, of doing your business like a business, is having events like this where you're participating and you're helping other people participate. So
it's great practice for opportunity events and all those things that we get to like plug into. Because if we can practice this with something that we're a part of, it'll be a lot easier to go do it if you're just plugging into any person's opportunity event, because you'll be in practice of like how to invite, how to follow up, how to create like a three-way chat. So I always think of like every event is just another opportunity to get better at inviting to events and following up.
I have a question.
Yeah.
This purple party, are we inviting our partners to invite their prospects too, or is this just our business and customers that we're inviting?
I think you should invite everybody, but I think they have to understand because they're not in Rising Stars, right? So it's going to be your job to make sure that they go back through and with their list that they invite, and they know some of these tips that we've just shared with you.
Okay.
You know, about when you invite, you don't invite, maybe don't mass invite, you send a message, you follow up, those things.
Okay.
Good point. I think like for me, I'm probably not going to invite newer partners because they're already navigating kind of a lot. I'm going to probably just keep it to like who is in here, and we all focus on 80% of your business needs to be you enrolling your own people. So you've got it, and that's a kind of a thing that I'm grappling with right now, even is helping new partners enroll new partners is awesome, right? It's a huge part of volume and growth and everything else. However, at the same time that's happening, I'm having to still get in and do my follow-ups, my enrollments for my new partners too. And so that it kind of goes, I hate to say it, but it goes back to that time blocker or time tracker of like, where am I going to spend my time? And it's really, really hard for me to do, but sometimes I have to ignore all the other noise from all my other chats and just focus on mine for like 1 solid hour. Otherwise, I would never talk to my people. So I would say think about this party too of like, this is to help you hit your goals. So whatever is going to help you to hit your goals, if you have seasoned partners that can jump in and understand and use a board, great. I'd say go for it, but don't make sure this is for your enrollments, because that's why we wanted to do it. Right, Melissa? It was for them.
Correct. Yeah, I would agree. And I would also tell you that that's why, you know, for example, Dina, she's got a brand new partner that just went to Quick Start and is working on manager. She's not plugging her into this, right? But she's got Sabrina here because Sabrina, you're seasoned. This is for you to be able to come here. But then that's also freeing Dina up that she can go work with her new person right now. But I'm still helping work with you, right? So that's also part of leverage and having a team. So
Are you guys starting to see kind of the
no,
big picture of like systems and structures to help you support growth in your business? And like how really they're so important. And know that it's always a work in progress because I'm always like trying to figure out. I was just telling Melissa today, I've been doing Facebook parties for all these people, but the whole time I've been doing it, I've been revising it and refining it so that I could literally hand it to a new partner and say, now you go create a Facebook event for your new partner. You do this, use this board, ask me questions as needed. I'll be in your party. I'll be the fly on the wall. I'll be a part of it, but you go run it. And I tried it with Shauna, and if she was in here, she would tell you it was like, is everything really that organized? And it wasn't. And so it was a good learning experience of, to be able to just literally duplicate, like Melissa said, it's that duplication process. And that's why we're so glad you guys are okay with being our guinea pigs, because like this is the first time we've done it, but it's really pushing us as leaders too to make sure that what we have, you guys can take and run with, because that we really want to support you guys with that. Do you guys have any
Yep.
last words? Melissa, do you or anything? I'm just looking at our time. Have you invited? Do I need to
I
invite
don't
my
think so.
group or okay? I didn't invite
I only
anybody yet.
invited you.
Okay, but we can now invite them.
Yep. And it's
And
just
then
called
do
the Purple
you,
VIP, and I do it. We put stars behind it, and same thing. You can go ahead and pin it or whatever so that you can find the group.
and then are you ready to share your board, even if we know it's still a work in progress, or are we going to wait for that until
yeah.
tomorrow?
I can share it. But it is still a big work in progress. So just know the live's already planned for in the morning. That will be there. You can go invite people, and then the rest of it will be worked out through the rest of the day. And then if you know what your schedule's like Thursday and you want to go live, let me know and I'll go ahead and put you in it. Okay.
Melissa,
Does
are we
any-
still going live tomorrow? You and I? Or no, that's not tomorrow, Thursday.
Yeah, I have that for Thursday for the gut driven living.
Gut driven. Okay, thanks.
Yeah.
I remember where that was.
Do you want him to tell you right now if they can do it or not?
Yeah. Tell me now.
I'll go
Anybody
on one of
Can't
those
save the
first.
things.
I'll go on one of those first things that you need wherever you need me.
Okay.
Fill in a
It's
spot.
Thursday you wanted 4, right, Melissa?
Correct. And it will be more of a product testimonial.
Mm-hmm.
I think I could Friday, Thursday. Yes, I have haircuts Friday, so Thursday I could.
Okay,
Do
so
you have any-
Deanna and Edwina.
Do you have anything open on Wednesday? Because Thursday I got back-to-back meetings with new people that I'm meeting with. And Friday
you,
I'm booked up all day.
I'll have
Good
to look
Friday.
and see the schedule and double check what we've got, how we're doing that format.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have
But
certain
you
times
can't-
that you expect
hold.
us to? Do you have certain times that you want those lives done, Melissa?
I would think as long as they're like midday, so we can do like 10, 11, 1, and 3 or something, because we already have a post for the morning and we already have something in the evening.
Do you have
So
a
we've
1
got
o'clock
those, so
tomorrow,
it's just in
Wednesday?
between.
I'll do one.
Okay.
What I find is lives have the most views between 5 and 7 p.m., between 11 and 1 p.m. So if you want to, we can do one more
I could do 11 a.m. tomorrow.
evening. Oh, there you go. Oh, 11 a.m. tomorrow. Tomorrow's the
Yeah.
welcome.
Let me see what.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
tomorrow's the welcome. So I don't know that it will be a product testimonial yet.
Okay, never mind. Wednesday evening I
Mhm.
can't because I'm got a commitment.
Okay.
Did you say 5 on Thursday?
Yes, that would be
I
fine.
can do a 5 o'clock on Thursday, all about the collagen, because you know me and my swollen hands. We love our collagen.
Okay. Yeah, that'll be
you-
great.
Do you
I
want
can-
the testimonies primarily around GLPX or is it any
Or
product?
you want it? Yeah, you want it about any products or the GLPX?
I think what we're going to be focusing on is Gut Collective with GLPX and X Bundle with GLPX.
Okay.
So as long as
yeah,
it's products
could-
that are in those.
I can definitely talk about the Gut Collective because that's one I push hard.
Good clarity. I appreciate you sharing
Thank
that.
you.
'Cause I think we needed that.
Well,
I
I
can
can do-
definitely fill in wherever is needed. So we can look at what people are volunteering and then I can fill in. I was gonna work, but I'm gonna take the day off because we're flying out Thursday night. So I could do something in the morning or early afternoon. Coming to your neck of
What
the
time
woods.
can you do yours, Edwina?
Whenever you need it and whatever you need it on.
Okay, so if Melissa's doing 5 p.m. and then Deanna's doing 1 p.m. and then if you do the evening, like, or the afternoon, like 3 p.m. and then Andrew could do the morning.
That'll work.
Okay.
Then what do you want me to do it on?
Well, it's a product testimonial. So remember the things that we're going to go over. Let me go back and I'll share the screen again. Because we're trying to help people identify that they need to be using a kit, not just GLPX. Even though it's a purple party, right? And we're calling it that, we're wanting people to identify that they need a kit. So we'll have shared with them the poll, right? And in the poll, they have to vote on what do they need. Do they need more energy? Do they need weight loss? Do they want joint support? So I think if you're addressing any of the pain points and how the products have overcome your pain point, right? So this
Okay.
is some of the right? So this is some of the stuff we're going to be doing with the poll, okay? Then the next thing on the Thursday when you're doing the lives, we will go back and we're going to talk about the kits, right? So maybe you address these pain points because people don't get started because either they're afraid of their pain points getting healed or that it won't work, or they're saying that, will this work? Can I do this? Stuff like that. So this is what will end Thursday nights. So I think if you cover any of those, that would be fine.
Okay.
And then on Friday, primarily, I'm going to go, these are more testimonials. We won't post all of them. But when I go live, I think, because it sounds like since Andrew's going to be gone, I'll do the 12:30 live and I'm going to go over the Gut Collective and the X Bundle and using GLPX with it. And then later on that day, we'll go through, we're not going to post all these. Remember, I told you we're only going to do the 2, but we'll post what options for getting started and let people go in and, vote on a ready to chat, drop ready, right? Because you are looking for people that are going to actually do it. And then we'll edit this so that it's not just talking about all of these options. And of course, not put a link.
Okay.
Of course, if you were
Well,
hosting it for someone else, you'd put their link.
Well, the reason I was asking what you want me to do it on is because if Melissa's going to do it on collagen, whatever products y'all don't, because I can do any of them. It doesn't matter to me. Just, I didn't know if it's like Global Blend or the Lean or whatever.
Okay. I mean, I don't know. I think you could do it on any of them. Global Blend's not in those 2 kits, so that would be my only thing. I wouldn't do it on them. I would do it on something that's in those kits. And I would just address the pain point.
Okay. Alrighty.
Well, when I hear Melissa say pain point, what it means to me, so Melissa, you clarify if I'm understanding it correctly or incorrectly. When I hear pain point, I hear what was the pain that I had and how is this product or this kit the solution? And how did it meet that pain point? And now where am I at now? This is where
I'm
I
having
was.
troubles hearing you. There's somebody else that needs to mute.
Greg's gonna be like, okay.
There we go.
Okay. Can you say
I
that
always think of, when I hear pain point, I always think of, and testimonial, I think of stop the scroll, like what you're so excited about. Then it's almost like flashback. Where were you? What was your pain point? What are you now using that has met that pain point, that's your solution? And a call to action, like, if you can relate to me, drop a heart, or as I'm talking and sharing this, if this sounds like you, share with us what's going on with you too. Because the more we can get them to tell us their pain points, then the more we have talking points with them when we're in the messages. Is that what you mean, Melissa, when you say a product testimonial?
Yes.
Okay.
I know Melissa's going to talk about collagen, but and she was talking about, what was it, your hands? What did you say?
Yeah, I have RA.
Oh,
And
okay.
so, yeah, the gut collective has got me off of most of my RA meds.
Okay, okay. I had terrible joint pain in my hips. I mean, I just couldn't sleep. And it's given me so much better quality sleep because my hips don't joint not or hurt and I'm not rolling around all night. So I will probably mention that, but I won't make that my focus since you're doing joint health. Okay.
Yeah.
I was kind of probably focused on inflammation and, wherever that settles in you or whatever. But
I mean,
instead of,
isn't it just a quick thing is, I mean, it's not a bad thing for multiple people to say that the collagen is working wonderful. So if
Mhm.
everybody touches on it here and there, I think
Yeah.
that is a great thing.
I was
Well,
just
and
gonna
that's what
say
I was
that.
gonna,
Don't overthink it. Just do your product story, your testimony, speak from your heart, how you're feeling, because that's what they're going to connect and relate with. So don't worry too much about talking about the same thing, because people have to hear it from multiple people at different times. They might watch one live and not watch another live. So I would just say, keep it simple, keep it authentic, be real, tell your story, what you love, have fun with it, and that will shine through. And that's what's going to connect to people more than anything.
okay, that was the reason I was asking is because the inflammation is the main thing, especially, when you get older. But the collagen is what's helped my knees heal after having stem cell shots because I'm off a walker.
Yeah, I think you just got to
Mm.
share your story, right? Like what is it for you? Because each of you guys have a powerful story. Do we want any lives on Friday at all?
I don't think so because we have so many written product testimonials that we'll be posting again, and then I'll do the live over the two products and how to start. So I think if we do too many, it's gonna flood that and people won't have the education part that they need.
Perfect.
But on Saturday, Sabrina, maybe you can help me go then. Hmm.
I can do Saturday morning.
Yep. Okay,
Do you
well
have,
then we could probably figure that out.
do you have a time that you want me to do Saturday morning?
What time can you?
I can do 10 a.m. because I'm up at 5 with the chickens.
Okay. Because on
I am.
Saturday we'll do. Uh-huh.
So that's
Hey,
11.
it says have someone go live and share their story with you. So it will probably be more of an interview type thing.
Oh, I love that.
Uh-huh. So you and I can just do it. I don't
Yeah.
know.
So
I would say for me, because we're gonna be
what
trying
works
to
for
get on the
you?
road. 8 a.m.
Girl, I'm up
7
at
a.m.
5.
you're
Yeah. Well, I don't know if
okay.
people be watching, but that's okay.
That's all right. They can catch it later. But what we'll probably talk about on Saturday would be more because we'd already go over the product. We'd be more, what got you off the fence? Why did you finally
The
start?
fence of what?
Why you started?
Oh, girl, I was a shipwreck.
Well, I know you don't have to tell me now. Tell me on Saturday.
I'll work on that. I'll work on my
But
bulletproof.
like, yeah, but that would be on Saturday. It's going to be more about, going back and addressing, okay, how do you start? Why did you start? And then we're going to give people the 4 payment options, right? And see, that's one thing that I found, especially when you have brand new people, the biggest objection is price. So if you can have an event where the experienced person is overcoming the price objection, it takes a lot of pressure off your new person that's struggling to get their quick start.
Okay. I have a quick question on that. Uh,
Hmm.
um, I got 2 meetings going at one time. Um, the Klarna payment plan is not available at all. Any payment plans are not available in New Mexico by state law, state legislation. I've even called trying to get
Yeah, you're right.
it changed. It will not happen in New Mexico. They're a resident of New Mexico. It isn't happening. It would work
Right.
wonders here, but it's not an option. So my question is, if somebody lives in another state and they want to do a Klarna payment and it's available in their state, I live in New Mexico, can that person go to Klarna, download the app, get it set up in their state, and then I send them my link? Would that work?
You being in New
Yes.
Mexico has no impact on them ordering. What has an impact is if they're in New Mexico because it's where it's being
Oh.
shipped to.
Okay, that I wanted to clarify that because we were talking about that in our accountability focus founders
And
club
I
thing.
have a workaround if they're really, really wanting it.
Yeah.
They can have it shipped to a family member who does not live in New Mexico. There's always a workaround, you guys.
Okay.
They can have it shipped to a family member who does not live in New Mexico, and that family member can then send it, and then they do end up paying for their shipping. But they're getting their product. So if they really, really want it and they're willing to go through the hoops and they want to get the payment plan,
I'm-
that is the solution.
I'm listening. I got to put my dog outside to go potty.
You're fine.
I'm listening.
But that's
No,
the
I agree with
workaround.
that.
I've enrolled lots of people in New Mexico with the payment plan.
So
I agree
are
with
you
you.
gonna give us a list? So, because I got the names wrote down, but not the times for Thursday.
Yeah, I just put it. Oh wait, I put it in me and Andrew's chat. I'll give you guys a document. I'll put it onto a document so that then it's all listed and I'll share it with y'all.
Perfect. Thank you.
I'm sending all my stuff to Andrea so that then I know where to find it.
She
And,
thinks that I'm going to be able to help her.
Are you? Do you mind me asking what rank are you, Andrew? Are you like a gold manager?
I'm a platinum director.
Okay, so I didn't mean to insult you. It was just.
Oh no, gosh, no insult. Hey, you know what? Platinum directors do everything that gold managers do, that executives do, that silver executives do. We're all still doing the same stuff. Yeah, you definitely didn't insult me whatsoever.
Okay, I was just wondering.
And she's 5-time qualified for Founders Club, so that's the biggest thing.
Are you serious?
Since
Mhm.
my first year.
Oh, you've only been in for 5 years?
Mhm.
Oh dear God, there's hope for us. Thank you, Jesus.
And
Hallelujah.
she's a teacher, so she teaches very well.
Yeah, she does.
I'm a music teacher. Everything is like music and business in my head in English.
That's all right. You think in systems and steps as a music person. I know that because I did music almost all the way through college. So you're in the right place. You just tap into your strengths of what you use to teach music. You're teaching them how to mimic you and duplicate you as a musician, and you now get to apply that to this business. So those same things that you would do as a music teacher, you're just now going to do it with building a business. It's the same kind.
And just so you guys know, Sabrina just got added to our Rising Stars group last week.
Oh, we're so
Or
excited
this
that you're here. That's awesome. We love it.
Welcome, welcome.
Thank you.
We love it that you're here. It's great. Yeah, we're just all plugging through and learning together. Good questions you guys asked tonight. Any questions as to
Yeah,
why we're
I'll-
narrowing it down to just X bundle and the gut collective? Anybody?
I think it's really good because the price is a
I'm
lot more
thinking
doable.
it's because that we are focusing on the products that are more affordable right now so we can get people joining us.
Right. I think that's brilliant because I don't want to speak negativity. Yeah, it's brilliant. Let's just put it that way.
You're so cute.
We're here in NM and it's a little challenging. And I've been in business. I had a lot of different concierge business, blah blah blah, in my life. And there's pockets in Albuquerque, the metro, and yeah, finding the pockets is a challenge. But when you find the pocket, it's really good.
I love it. Love it.
So it's doable.
Yeah, all I've done to do what I did to get to Founders Club is what we're doing with you guys. I just did it over and over and over and over again.
Okay.
The challenge that I have had and why I'm here, I mean, very full transparency. I think I've said it before, but it doesn't hurt to say it again, is because and Melissa's even has said this too, but she's definitely been able to do it, but to grow depth in our legs of our teams, right? So we can help people to get to manager, but let's get people to silver manager, to gold manager. And the only way to do that is they've got to enroll their partners so that they can help their partners hit manager. And then they have to help that partner go enroll and hit manager. So that's why the 5x5x5 plan with Zingular works so well. And yet at the same time, it can feel a little overwhelming to think about enrolling 5 partners and helping all 5 partners at the same time hit manager. But you don't have to think about it that way. You help one at a time hit manager, and then you go help another one hit manager, and you help the one that just hit manager hit silver because you're going to help them duplicate it. So you're delegating, right? You're handing off and saying, you're now in the driver's seat, but I'm still here as your support. And this is not just a me and Melissa conversation. This is a conversation that we're having corporate wide amongst, like leaders, is how do we create systems that people can duplicate? But I never want to mislead anyone. It's never going to be as simple as saying, here's the book on how I did this. Now you go do it. It's never going to be that simple because it's a people business.
Yeah.
And the other reason, Sabrina is going to understand this. If we were all 5 and 6 years old, we would probably build our business a lot faster because we are just a clean slate and we don't have preconceived notions, and somebody would tell us to do it, we would go do it. We wouldn't even think second about it. But because we're not a clean slate and we come with preconceived notions, preconceived beliefs, different values and challenges, along with just being an adult, we have to adult every day, then it's just not that simple where you just say, here's the book, go do it. You are still, helping and coaching and guiding. And you can have people tell you, I want to do this. I want to earn $2,000 a month. I want to hit director. I want to do that. But in the end, and I'm just sharing, you guys are I'm getting to practice my little spiel with you that I'm doing at Fling. You're going to find that people will quit before they get started if you go too fast or you give too much. So go slow to go fast, and then you will have a big business.
Oh, you're the author that's speaking on the schedule. Shut
I'm
up.
one of them. I'm not the one. I'm not the keynote, but I'm one of them.
Oh, that
That
is
was
so
good practice for me.
okay.
I know, it's so cool.
What was the little saying you said again? Go slow to go fast.
Go slow to go fast. Keep it simple.
Oh, wait. Sorry, I'm not trying to be bossy.
Go slow to go fast.
Okay.
Keep it simple.
Yeah.
What you did to onboard yourself is what you're going to do to go onboard your next new partner.
Okay.
Robin Packard's is my favorite one. An overwhelmed distributor does nothing. A confused distributor does nothing.
Well, I want to interject here, and I want to call out and shout out Melissa Corbin,
I love it.
because 8 years ago, when I first signed up with Singular, I was under another lady, and there was a big story there. But Melissa and Crystal had just got started, and Robin wasn't too far up in the country. She was our big leader, but she wasn't all the way up there. But Melissa is doing the same things now that she did then. The difference in where she's at today and where I'm at today, she did the work, she washed, she rinsed, she repeated, She didn't quit. I quit. I'm not even manager. I came back. And you know what I'm doing? I'm doing exactly what Melissa tried to tell me 8 years ago. But now I'm listening.
Yeah, but you know, the beautiful thing, Edwina, don't beat yourself up, is that all of you ladies are a precious gift. And what you're doing is, I have seen such tremendous growth in you, girlfriend. From the last, 6 weeks we've been doing FC Founders Club and all that happy stuff. You're just like this gorgeous little rose that's just pedaling and coming up and drinking in all that gorgeous sunshine. And I praise God for every last one of you beautiful ladies. And I just see nothing but growth in you. And it's amazing because you've helped me get out of my little.
Yep.
And we're all going places by God's grace. And I know that it's in God's will, His timing, trusting His timing, because you know that trust is a hard thing to do. And
It is.
and doing the steps over and over and over. Dear God, I have to, for me, the way my temperament is, I have to do things, I have to do a variety of things to make it happen for me, because that's the way my brain works. I can do like this much this time, this much this time. But the way you work what works for you. And it's going to happen in His will, His time, and His way. But it is going to happen. We stay faithful to the
It's been
cause.
my favorite part of the whole entire time
What?
together. Way to speak, Sabrina. I love it.
Oh, it's Jesus. It's all Jesus for
I
me.
love it.
Oh, geez.
All right. On that note, I think we should say go team.
Okay, put your
Yes.
hands in. Put your hands in. Put your hands
We
in.
should
Ready?
take a picture before we go, right?
Okay, wait, hold on. Let me get my camera.
Maybe with our hands not
Sabrina's
in our
good about
faces.
taking pictures.
Are we
And
gonna,
yeah.
are we gonna
Hands in.
unmute too?
Yeah, let's
Sure. Hold on. I'm gonna
kind of one or two. Let me get a picture. Wait, more.
Want our hands in it?
Yeah, wait. Yeah, our hands are in it. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. 1,
Go
2,
team!
3. Go team!
Go team!
Whoop, 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 whoop. I can't wait to hug your necks when I see you at Fling, if you're going Fling Fling.
I love it.
It's gonna be
Yes.
exciting.
Love you all. Bye-bye.
Love you. Talk
Bye,
to you
y'all.
soon. Bye.
Be looking in the chat. I'll give you updates.
Okay.
Coolness.
Thanks.
All right. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Hey,
Love you,
Melissa,
bye.
do you have